Guys, with the asset manager. Today, we're going to talk about AI. Have you noticed how much information there is about AI? Everyone's talking about it. Chat GPT, Fireflies, Otters, everyone is using AI. It's like all of a sudden people woke up and we're like, okay, we're going to use AI. So my question is how are you using it and is it working for you? And I want to share with you how I'm using it. I have a couple of different things that I use that I feel are very beneficial as an asset manager, that if that's what you're doing, I would recommend that you add that to what you're doing. It will help you to be more efficient. Now, if you know me as an asset manager, you know I'm really into details. And so I have actually a notebook for every property. So every property has its own notebook. In the notebook are the details of the deal, um, the agendas for all the property managements, the budget, the pro forma, what we projected for CapEx, what we want to do. Everything is in those books. Then I have a book that is my big book of everything, and that is this book. So this book is my big book of everything. And what does it do? Well, that is when I have meetings. And so I'm writing information in them and stuff I need to remember for later or that I might need to refer back to. A lot of papers. A lot of papers. And I'm not saying that I'm completely done with my papers, but I'm trying really hard to be better. So this is what I'm doing. I have a couple of things. One is my iPad will let me handwrite and it will convert it to text. It's in my notes, and then I can set up a file. So my big book of everything now is my iPad. And that way I can write down what I need to write down. It'll go to my notes, and then it crosses over, all of my devices. So now I have that, and it's actually divided by folders, which is super nice, so I don't have to flip through and try and find where I made that note. That's one thing. Number two, I showed you the big books of the properties with the agendas. I am using Fireflies. So Fireflies is an AI that attends all of my Zoom meetings. And it records it. It does it a couple of different ways. It actually records a video. It records the voice. And then also it does a transcript. So it will send me like after a recap. So I'll have the video, I'll have the transcript. It also has a summary. So I'm not sure how I feel about Fireflies, quite honestly. I'll let you know. There's a couple of things that I'm not super keen on. And the biggest one probably is it assigns emotion. And I really don't like that. So I was talking with my son about it, and I'm like, how does it assign emotion? And AIs, they watch your eyes, they watch they listen to your voice inflection, they watch your head movement, and somehow they have come up with, like for example, on one of the calls it said someone expressed disappointment, blah blah blah. And I just remember thinking, I don't remember that. Like, I don't remember them saying they were disappointed. It was like, hey, this is happening. What are we going to do? So I'm not sure I like that it does assign emotions. But I don't actually send out my Fireflies. So I have them, they're by property, and I actually have an electronic notebook. And so all of my Fireflies go into the electronic by the property, or if it's just a general call, then it goes into a big book of everything, Fireflies. So, but it does allow me to have that and to record it, so that's good. The other thing that I'm using Lobby CRE, and Lobby CRE is a dashboard that allows you to create your own dashboard for all of your properties. So if you are asset managing several properties with different property managers who use different property management software, so it does the top 7, Appfolio, Resman, Yardi, RealPage, and 3 others. I don't know who they are. Those are the ones I have to deal with. But instead of learning 4 property management softwares, I just have Lobby CRE. And that allows me to set my own KPIs, so I'm able to meet with the GPs of each of the properties and ask, what matrix do you want? A lot are the same, but sometimes they have different things that they want to look at. And then I have users, so I will assign the GP to the different properties, so they themselves can go in and look at the reports themselves. They can create their own report. So that really works well, being able to keep track of what's going on in the properties and to build more and have more properties just because of the technology. The other part of technology that I am really trying to use, and if you have watched my video to this point and you know about this program, I really need your help, and that's ClickUp. So shout out to Robert Johnson. Bless his heart, he has tried to help me, and my brain is like not wanting to accept it. But ClickUp is like, it's a task management program, so it's like Asana or Trello, and ClickUp allows you to keep track of different tasks that are being assigned, and allows you to assign them to other people with some accountability back and forth, whether or not the task has been done. So that's the one I'm working on right now, trying to really integrate, because my fireflies are supposed to listen, and I can say, hey Fred, make a note, because Fred the firefly, make a note, and he puts it into my ClickUp. So technology will help you. It will allow you to do more, faster, and more efficient. And really that's what we're wanting to do. We're wanting to be able to have better information quicker. So asset management, those are the tools that I'm using. What are you using? Because I want to hear about it. Have a great weekend.